Hi guys, welcome back to Flex Form. My name is Shan and today we are back in the Jaya Area Lab in Lisbon, Portugal, filming this class. Today's class will be a bit of like a full body stretch flow vibe, I guess. A little bit more yoga inspired because I want to flow some exercises together so we can get a full body stretch that doesn't feel too tedious like a workout. Cool, so find yourself a nice open space. We don't need any equipment for today. And let's stretch. Cool, so all my classes start with warming or opening up the body. So we're gonna combine a little bit of a forward movement also with our shoulders, okay? So first we're gonna start by rolling from our head down first. So my head and my arms are heavy. I'm rolling down towards the mat, vertebrae at a time. Feels super nice. Keep your knees relaxed, just so there's not too much tension through your hamstrings. Cool, as we find our hands towards the floor, I'm then going to start taking my arms behind me, and as I roll up through my spine, I'm bending my knees, and then I want to body roll all the way up to roll my arms back. Okay, my hands will then come forward. I'll roll my body down. Good. Now bend my knees, arms circle behind me. I'm doing a big roll to stand up. Good, one more, so reaching forward like you're diving forwards, rolling through your spine slowly towards the floor. Open your arm, bend your knees, open your arms behind you, and let's roll up through our body. Head comes forward. Okay, now we're reversing, so my arms are gonna roll backwards first. Good, open my chest, then as my arms come down, I can start bending my knees, bring my body down towards the floor. And then slowly rolling back up through my spine. Go, so my arms are circling back behind me. As they come behind, I start bending my knees and I can roll all the way down to the floor, trying to melt down and rolling up. Good, one more, arms rolling back. Really try to open your chest up to the ceiling. As your arms circle back, bend your knees. Fold your body forwards. And then rolling up through your spine. Beautiful. All right, let's roll down and connect our hands to the mat. So coming hands on the mat and then walking your feet back away from you, sort of from a high plank position. Okay, in this high plank, let's lock our knees and send our hips backwards into a downward facing dog. So I'm trying to open my chest towards the floor. Good, and try to connect my heels if possible. No stress if you can't, but trying to connect your heels to the floor. That's more the intention. Cool, okay, we're gonna move through this position so we're not just statically holding. So first here I can feel a stretch through the backs of my legs, my glutes, hamstrings, and my shoulders. Good, so you're opening towards the mat. I'm now gonna keep my shoulders open like this, but I'm gonna bend my knees, but try not to touch your knees on the floor. So I'm trying to fold my stomach towards my quads, bend as low as possible. Good, so I'm in this low crouch position. My arms are still straight. From here, I'm gonna straighten my legs and push forward into a high plank to activate through my core. Good, and then lifting back up into my downward facing dog. Cool, so let's try to apply some flow here. So you're bending your knees, keeping your arms and shoulders nice and locked and straight. Good, now I straighten my legs, push forward, and straight up to the ceiling. Beautiful again, so bending my knees. And then straight to go forwards. Good, and coming up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Good, let's come back into our high plank. I'm now gonna transfer my weight onto my right hand and twist my feet over to the side, so I'm in a bit of a side plank. My arm will go up over my ear. We're just kind of waking up the body in an active range of movement. So from here, very similar thing. I'm gonna bend my knees, but pull my arm down as well. And then shoot it up and long. So I'm reaching through my side body. Good, again, let's bend and reach. And bend and reach. Good, circle that arm across. Let's go to the other side. Reach your arm over your head. Bend, pull your arm down and reach. Beautiful, guys, back to your high plank. Okay, now I want to step into a lunge. So choose your favorite leg. I'm going to step one leg in between my hands and lift my body into a high lunging position. Good, keeping this theme of flow in our exercises. Let's try to move our upper body as well as our lower. So arms are going up. I'm going to bend my arms and open my chest as I push down into my lunge position. So I'm opening and closing. Cool. So I'm trying to extend my back knee so it's nice and strong. And close. Good. And 3. And close. Beautiful. Hands behind your head. Going to come forward into our lunge. So bending your front knee. Try to lock that back knee so you're elongating your hip flexor. Good. Here I'm now going to twist my body towards my front leg. So I've got my left leg in front. I'm going to twist my body towards the left side. Good. And if you can, reaching your hands down to touch one hand on your front leg, one hand on your back leg. Good. Try to twist your chest and look to the side. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's come back to the middle. Hands are going to go down here. Good. I'm going to change sides, so swap your legs. And bring the other one forward. Standing straight up. Good. All right, arms up above me, 2 straight legs. Bend and open my chest as I go into my lunge. And close. Good. And 2. And up. Beautiful. And 3. And up. Nice work, guys. Hands behind your head. Let's bend our front leg into that lunge. I'm going to twist my body to the right side now. So I'm twisting. Extend my hands and reach for my leg. Good, and if I can, try to twist my shoulders open and look behind me. 3, 2, 1. Good. Twist back, hands to the floor. Good, let's go back into that down facing dog to finish the sequence. Amazing, good. Walk it out with your legs. Cool. Next position will be from our back. So I want you to walk your feet up towards your hands and let's lower our hips to come down onto our spine. So still in active awakening and mobility sort of exercises here. So I'm going to extend that first leg back up to the ceiling. We're going to draw some circles with our hips. So I'm going to go out directly to the side, trying to keep your glutes on the floor so you're not falling over. It's just your leg opening as far as it can, then taking it down along the mat and then up through the middle. Okay, it might be some crunching in your hips as you open the circle, but because we're not letting our foot sort of relax or collapse onto the floor, it's still active, okay? The opposite direction, so leg goes straight down and to the side, and then up through the middle. Good, and 2, and 3. Beautiful, nice and easy, swap them over. Okay, out to the side first. Try to keep your chest and your hips facing up. Leg goes down through the middle, and 2, and 3. Good, let's reverse. So 1, 2, and 3. Amazing, good. Wake them up a little. Okay, both feet back down. Now the first leg that was up, lift it back up again, and we're going to cross the foot over your knee. So you're in like this little figure 4 shape. Okay, similar position. We're going to lift into a glute bridge, but I want this crossed knee to really try to push open. So we're opening that hip flexor position. So have your hands on the floor to support you. I'm going to push and lift my hips to open my hip here as high as I can. Good, and then back down. As I come down, I'm now reaching for my leg. I'm going to pull it towards my chest, bring my head up, and try to feel that nice stretch through my glute and my hip. Good, let's place it down, lift back up again. So lifting and pushing your hips open and down, pulling your leg into you. Good, and back, last one. Lift and push. Good, and close that hip in. Nice, good. Let's swap our legs over. I like these exercises because it's hip mobility without being too much strength and load, like the ones we usually do sitting on our glutes. Okay, let's repeat. Open our hip, pushing it up. Close and grab the back of your right leg now, pulling it in. Good, again. And down, pull it in. Good, one more, lifting up. And close, good, pull that leg in. Beautiful. Oh, good, release. Okay, we now have to come to sit, but to do that, I'm gonna let my legs come over my head. We have a slight spinal stretch and then rocking up towards our glutes. Use your hands on the floor or on your lower back. I'm gonna throw my legs over. And roll all the way up. Ah, nice. Okay, all right, let's move into our shoulders and a deeper stretch in our adductors, I believe. Hands and feet. Okay, I'm now going to extend one leg out to the side. Mine is my left leg, so now I'm going to lift my left arm up, open my chest to the side. Good, really try to open through my chest, looking up to the ceiling. Now I'm threading the needle, so this top arm will go underneath my arm, trying to get my shoulder in line with my wrist, so threading underneath. Here, this other hand can just be used to twist my chest open and look up to the ceiling. So because my leg is out to the side, I'm also getting that inner thigh stretch here. If it's too much, just tuck your leg in and do it normally on 2 knees. Okay, let's lift back up. And thread under. Beautiful, and up. And threading under. Okay, connect your shoulder and the side of your head to the mat here. I'm gonna now close my hands on top of each other like crocodile shape. Go. My top arm is going to open. I want my eyes to follow my hand. So as I open my arm, my head and my eye line is following my hand. I'm trying to open my chest. And close. This exercise is great because our hips are opening to the opposite direction of our shoulders. So we're getting like a full body twist or rotation stretch all in one. Very hybrid move. Good, let's do number 3. Open. And close. Beautiful. All right, hands next to your head. Let's push up. Staying in this position, our hands will now walk towards our foot. So I'm going to walk my hands over this way. My foot here, I'm now going to try to face my toes up to the ceiling. Hope you can see. So toes go up that way. Good, my hands are walking over towards my foot. Okay, I want to push into a lunge. So I'm going to bend my knee and try to push my hips down towards the floor. The goal here is that my hips are in an open position. That's why like this leg is back and my other foot is perpendicular. They're not parallel. I'm trying to keep it open through my hips. Go. Okay, now extend that front leg. Keep your hands where they are. So you're trying to reach long. Good. You're getting a hamstring stretch as well as through the side of your body and your glute and your lower back. Good. So if you need more, just try to sink your chest down towards the floor. Good, now let's lift back up. Keep your hands where they are. Bend that knee. Push towards your hips towards the floor. Good, extend your front leg. Good, if you can extend it, then try to push or open your hands further away. Push your chest down. Good, coming up. Push towards your hips towards the floor. Great, extend your front leg, reach your arms, really try to sink your chest down to the floor. Good. Beautiful, guys. Let's walk back in. Okay, let's reset. So bring that leg in. Now I'm going to take the other leg out to the side. Repeat the first movement. So now my right leg is out, my right arm will lift. I will look up to the ceiling. Now this top hand is going to thread under my arm, trying to get my shoulder in line with my wrist. So threading under. Use this other hand to just twist my shoulders to look up. Good, and repeat. And down. Beautiful. And down. Good, okay, connect your shoulder and the side of your head. Now let's stack our arms in the crocodile shape. Beautiful. I'm following my hand with my eye line. So as I open my arm, my head is twisting, looking behind me. And close. Good, twist and open. And close. Last one, twist and open. Beautiful. Good, let's come up. All right, reaching your hands towards your foot this time. So let's walk our body over this way. Hands are reaching as far as you can to your toes. I'm going to turn my toes to face up to the ceiling. Go to the first position where we bend this front leg, pushing my hips down to the mat. Be gentle here, your hands are here to support you. Good, now extend my front leg, reach my arms long if you can, and then try to bring your chest down towards the floor. Good, let's come forwards. And back, reaching long. Beautiful, last one. Bend your knee, push your hip down towards the mat here. Good, now reaching long. Try to get your chest down. Really feel that deep in your inner thigh, all through the side of your body. Coming up. Da-da-da. Good, let's bring our knees together now. We're going to massage out our hips, so connect your knees. We're going to drop your hips down to the side. Allow your body and your lower back to twist. And let's swap direction. Good, and 4. The last exercise of this class will be combining our hamstring with our hip flexibility and our back, so all in one movement. I'm going to get a cover just for my knee so I can put it onto the hard floor. So if you need to as well, grab your blankie, have it on the floor. Cool. All right, I'm going to come up onto my knees here and place one foot in front like a lunging position. I want you to visualize that you're holding something in your hands, like a belt or a bar or a rope or something like this, just so our arms are extended and trying to keep them in an open position. Okay, I'm going to push myself into a lunge and also take this imaginary band over my head, following my eye line with my band, so I'm opening my chest. As my hips push, I'm now rotating my arms behind me to reach towards the floor. Good. In doing this, I'm keeping my chest open and trying to get that maximum extension through my hip flexor because I'm open like this rather than closed in front. Okay. Beautiful. We're going to reactivate, so I want you to squeeze your glutes here, so you reactivate out of that relaxed hip flexor position. Now I'm going to take my arms up behind me. Good, now I'm lifting my hips back and reaching my arms in front of me, extending my front leg and trying to reach past my toe. Woohoo, hamstrings. Beautiful. Good, we're repeating this, so reaching my arms away from me. I'm now going to bend my front leg, try to push into that lunge, open my chest, arms come behind and I reach for the floor. Good, if you can open your chest and look up. Beautiful. Engage your glutes to reactivate the position, arms come over. Extend your front leg, reach towards your toe or past your toe. Chest comes forwards. Beautiful, last one. So come into your lunge, reach your chest up and over. Arch and look up to the ceiling. Good, circle your arms back. Reach for your toe. Beautiful. Just to have this extension in this position here, let's try to put our hands on the floor. I'm going to try to extend my leg down in front of me into like a split position. Don't worry about going all the way. Let's just try to have a moment here. If you can, I want you to try to open your chest up towards the ceiling. So even if you're in this position here, just try to open your chest, but with a half split shape. Or if you're closer to your splits, try to open and feel the shape. If this is unachievable for you now, just stick to the lunge that we did earlier. Beautiful. Good, all right, place your hands back down. Let's pull this leg back in. Okay, I'm gonna swap them over. Okay, let's change onto our other leg now. So I'm bringing it forward and coming into this lunge position. Okay, I'm gonna hold our imaginary rope or band. I'm going to start pushing my weight forward to open this hip flexor. Take my arms over my head. Try to follow with my eye line, so I'm opening my chest. Good, and as I push all the way into my hips, try to extend your arms behind you to reach for the floor. Good, engage your glutes to lift out of that position. Now reach your arms back and over, straightening your front leg and trying to lean forward and reach past your toes. Good, really try to melt through these positions. I don't know if you can notice, but I try not to stop in one shape. I'm trying to move through. Good, let's lift our body up. Bend your front leg, reach over your body. Open your chest and your hip towards the floor. Reaching behind. Good, let's re-engage with your glutes, arms back, and then extend your front leg, reaching forwards. Amazing, good, one more. So bending, reach your arms over and behind your body, reaching for the floor, and push your hips down as much as you can. Good, re-engage, squeeze your glutes, reach your arms in front, extend your front leg. Beautiful, guys, good. I'm gonna plant my hands down here. I'm going to try and push myself into a split position or just for a little extension. If you don't want to, just stick into your lunge and just have some deep breaths. Otherwise, let's try to jump our heel forward a little bit to open those hips. If you can, as close to the floor as possible. Good. Either stay in this shape or try walk your hands backwards so you're opening your chest up. So you're not closing in on that front leg and just making it a hamstring exercise. Cool? Good. Especially in any sort of hip training or splits, we want to try to feel this center point so we're equally stretching our hip and also our hamstring. Good. Let's try to look up. Good. Let's come back. Let's bring this leg back in. Ta-da! Yay. Okay, let's get rid of our blankie. I'm gonna just sit on my glutes, legs out in front of me. I'm just gonna roll my hips out from side to side. Cool. Beautiful, guys. Cool. All right, come to one side of this position. So I'm folding my knees down. Cool. I'm going to try to tuck this foot on the side of my body in towards my glute. Okay. I'm then leaning back onto my arms and I'm trying to stretch down my hip and my quad. Good, open your chest towards the ceiling and just have a moment in the stretch. If you can't feel this, you really need to sit on your foot and open out the other hip. Beautiful, guys, good. Lift your body up here. Good. Okay, this leg that I was just sitting on, I'm now going to bring it around to fold on front of me. It's like a pigeon position. Good, so this is quite difficult. If you need to bring your feet close to you, just say one leg's crossing on top of the other. Okay, and then we're going to take a moment just forwards to try release through our hips. So if you can, onto your hands, but relaxing your head and shoulders, or if possible, onto your elbows, just so you're trying to relax through your upper body and not hold any of this tension here. It's purely about your hips and glutes. Beautiful, guys, good. Lifting up. Now I'm going to take my top leg off, back onto the floor. I'm going to twist my hips to the other side now. Okay, tuck my heel in towards my glute and then leaning back onto my elbows. Good, I can't feel this quite so much, so I'm going to sit on top of my foot, open my hip to the side here. Good, also you can take your weight all the way back into your shoulders and relax. Good, take a few deep breaths. Beautiful, good. Let's lift our body up. Okay. Take this back leg. We're going to cross it over on our front leg. Just trying to cross one leg on top of the other. You might have this big gap between here, so just tuck your feet a bit closer so you can kind of create some space between your body and your leg. Lovely, and now let's lean forward, either onto your hands or your elbows. Try to relax your shoulders and your head down. Good, all right, let's come all the way up, guys. Take your legs apart. Good, maybe give them a little bit of a jiggle or a little massage out all the way to your hips. Cool. Beautiful, thank you for being here in class today. We started with our upper body and kind of worked our way down to our hips. So it's a very all-rounded class, not overly beginner. Obviously some exercises, depending on your flexibility or your range of movement, easier to achieve than others, but I do encourage to try any of my classes because each of the exercises you can adapt, you just pull them back. Thank you for watching, and check out any of my other classes on my channel. I've got some for all different parts of the body, all different sort of length and vibe of class. So thank you, and I'll see you soon.